So since last time I played, I have actually gone through and unlocked all of the limit breaks within the second tier for every character. I've done it for Yuffie, Cloud, Eris, Barret, Red 13, Tifa. I've done it for everyone. And the reason I want to show that off is because this is actually a really good area to do this in. If you remember, a couple episodes ago we were at Fort Condor, which is what I'm looking at right now with the bird on top of that, large structure. If you come north, you have these forest areas here. This is where we found Yuffie and recruited her. Inside of these forest areas, they have some enemies that can hit real hard. They do lots of damage. So if you use a hyper on your team members, they will get their limit gauge filled up within receiving a couple of hits. And this will allow you to use limit breaks over and over and over, which makes you learn them more quickly. For certain ones. So for example, when I obtained Yuffie, I recruited her, she came with the level 1 tier Grease Lightning. Now in order to unlock Clear Tranquil, the second one there, you have to use Grease Lightning 8 times in battle. So what you want to do is cast Fury, get her filling her limit break up really quickly, use that 8 times, and you unlock Clear Tranquil. Then, in order to unlock Landscaper over here in the level 2 limit breaks, you have to kill 64 enemies. Yuffie specifically has to kill 64 enemies. So what you want to do then is move the enemy skill materia over to Yuffie so that she can use Matra magic. Then go back into the cave in that very specific room that I showed you a couple episodes ago, and you will always encounter a group of either 4 or 5 enemies every single time, no matter what. Use Matra magic, wipe them out, and you can get 4 or 5 kills every battle, very quickly unlocking the next tier of limit breaks, which would be Landscaper. Then come back out into the forest area again, get your limit gauge to fill up really quickly, use Landscaper. You only have to use it 7 times, and then you unlock Bloodfest. It does not take very long. You can do this with all of your characters, and it goes by pretty quick. I think I only did this for an hour, and I was able to unlock all of those limit breaks for each one of my characters. Now, it would be easy to continue going. I'm not going to because, I don't want to have all of my limit breaks unlocked this early in the game. That's a little bit ridiculous. But if I wanted to, I could continue. Like right now, I could continue using Matra magic in the caves with Cloud. He requires the most kills out of all the other team members. For Cloud to unlock the level 3 tier, he has to kill 200 enemies, and that's by far the most you have to do. Nobody else requires even 100 kills to get to the 3rd tier, only Cloud. So once you get Cloud to the 3rd tier, you could then take the enemy skill off, give it to Yuffie, who would only require like 64 kills. I think Eris only requires 80 kills. Tifa, I can't remember if Tifa might be close to 100, like 96 or something like that. Anyways, it would not take you that long, and you could unlock all of the level 3 tier limit breaks for all your characters right now. This is a great area to do it in, between the forest area and the caves. Just go back and forth depending on which one you're trying to unlock, and you could unlock all of the limit breaks up to the 3rd tier right now. There's only one limit break from most characters in the level 4 tier, and you usually have to obtain an item to allow you to learn it. You can't just learn it by getting more kills. So you could basically get all the limit breaks that are available to us at this point right now by heading over to those caves or fighting in this forested area. The only reason I still think it's better to go to the caves to get the kills is because inside of that room in the caves, no matter what, every battle will have either 4 enemies in it or 5 enemies in it. Out here, you can get a group of 5 enemies, but you can also get a group of 3 enemies and a group of 2 enemies every once in a while as well. So it is faster to get the kills in the caves and then come out here to fill the limit gauge. So that's what I did off screen. Now we're going to head over here to Junon and continue on with the storyline. And this is, I think, where I left off last time. So let's head on in. Okay, so this is the town of Junon. You can go ahead and talk to a bunch of these people. They'll talk about Shinra basically polluting the ocean and ruining their town, but let's, for the sake of time, just head down here and find Priscilla. Sorry, I spoiled her name 2 seconds before she said it. My bad. That's a pretty freaking huge monster. How is it swimming in such shallow water, though? And Priscilla runs out into the water to protect a dolphin that has already swam away. Not very bright. Okay, so this battle is real easy. All you got to do is, let's see. Well, you can't reach him because he's floating in the air like that, so just use the most powerful attacks that you have. I don't even know if I'll be able to... You should be able to hit with Bloodfest still. Bloodfest is actually a really good limit break, but use Beta. Yeah, your limit breaks, they're long range, so they will hit even if an enemy is floating or, you know, something like that. But this is a great limit break. Lots of hits, about, pretty close to 100 damage per hit. Really good move for Yuffie there, but Beta is going to be what finishes this guy off. If you have Bolt spells, like a Bolt 2, that'll be pretty good as well. Like Yuffie should have that, so we'll use Bolt 2 for her. Oh, and then he'll do this attack too. Basically what this is going to do, it's kind of like that pyramid move that Reno used back in Midgar. It traps the character inside of it, but it also kills them slowly. You can see that her health is going down. But luckily, Beta hit both the enemy and the sphere she's trapped in. So then he uses his final move, and that's it. You just got to use Beta one time pretty much, and it's over. Did I use it twice? I think I only used it once. Anyways, use Beta. Beta freaking rules. And that power wrist we just got, that's an accessory you want to hold on to. You should probably give it to Cloud. It'll make his physical attacks a lot stronger. Well, I don't know about a lot stronger, but they'll be stronger. Oh, this is, they changed the translation a little bit. This is still pretty funny, but it was funnier, I think, in the PlayStation version. The old man just turns around to Cloud and like, young man, perform CPR now! It's like, it's just really silly, it's really funny. Okay, so there's a little bit of a mini game we have to do here. You can't fail, so don't worry about it. But basically what you have to do is press the square button, and Cloud will begin to fill his lungs up. And you want to just get it as close to the top as possible. Don't let it go all the way to the top, because then you'll fail. But right about there, just press square again. And you have to do this, I don't know how many times, it's quite a few times. Alright, I think this is the last time. Let's hope it is. Free. There we go. Yay, she's saved. And he carries her away. That's really, really strange animation. Okay, so, While she's recovering, we need to find a place to sleep for the night. We can do that up here in the first house, from where you enter the town. This old lady lets us stay with her. For some reason, I don't know. Well, she'll explain it right now. We saved Priscilla. She wants to give us, you know, a form of a thank you, so she lets us stay at her house. And just go ahead and rest. There's not really anything else to do, so why not? Let's refill our MP. Oh, this is different. Okay, so Cloud's starting to have some doubts about, you know, the story that he told. There seem to be some holes in that story, some holes in his memory. He can't seem to quite put together, you know, why exactly was it that he didn't, you know, go and see Tifa? They were childhood friends, they grew up together, you know, like... In that scene, if you pay close attention to it, it's almost like he hasn't seen Tifa in 5 years or whatever. Yet, she doesn't really respond to him when they see each other. It's just like, oh, Tifa, you're the guide? Yeah, I'm the guide, you know, blah, 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 blah. Not like, hey, how are you? It's been 5 years since I've seen you. Like, you know, some kind of strange things going on there. Now, before you go and talk to the group, there is another battle you can fight at Fort Condor. If you talk to the group, you'll miss your opportunity to do this specific battle. So the reward for doing so is a peace ring. If you care about having a peace ring, go fight it. If you don't care, go ahead and talk to the group there. I'm going to do it just for the sake of completeness, so I will be right back. Alright, I'm back after having obtained the peace ring. Let's go ahead and talk to our party here. They basically all just say that they think that Priscilla has, you know, regained consciousness. So just go up the stairs and she'll come down and start talking to you. Now, one thing to keep in mind about the Fort Condor battle that I just fought is that Cloud is the only party member. So if you get lazy and you will allow the commander to come up and you have to fight him, you know, in the end, Cloud's going to be by himself. So keep that in mind. That's also going to be a factor for the very next battle at Fort Condor that we'll be fighting, which is actually going to be happening really, really, really soon. She gives us the Shiva Materia, which is, as you would assume, it's an ice summon. So, actually one of the best summons in the game, especially for, you know, how early on we get it. But ice in general isn't very useful, but the Shiva Materia is pretty good. A lot of people being really, really loud in my house right now, so I apologize if there's lots of noise in the background. Not really much I can do about it at this time. I'm hoping to move into my own place at the end of the summer, you know, just place just me by myself, and that will hopefully help out a lot. Not just for these recordings. I mean, with these recordings we can live with some background noise, but I mean, like, when I do my music, when I record music live, like, it's really hard for me to find a good time to do that because there's always so much noise. So I can't really do a lot of recording, and that really kind of halts my progress on the rock channel that I do, the music channel that I run. So Anyways, everyone leaves it to us to find a way to get up to the top of Junon here in the city above. So the way you do that is you need to come down here, talk to Priscilla. She'll explain a mini game where the dolphin can help you kind of jump up to like a metal plank up higher that will help you to climb up to the top. It's actually pretty easy to do. You just kind of get an example there of how high the dolphin can jump. Now make sure that you come down here and talk to Priscilla, get the game explained to you, and then actually get into the water. So you have to press square to call the dolphin. The dolphin will come and boost you up from wherever you are in the water, is essentially the idea. But make sure you actually go through all of this dialogue, say sure so that you get into the water. Now another battle at Fort Condor has been unlocked. Do not ask me why they put two of them so close together. Like, the one is only unlocked after you sleep and get that like little, dialogue inside of Cloud's head. But if you talk to the others in the party, you've missed your chance. Then the next one is unlocked by coming all the way back here, going through all this dialogue, but not jumping up to the plate. Now you have to actually leave here and go fight the Fort Condor battle. It's ludicrous game design. It makes no sense why they did it. I don't know how anyone was supposed to figure that out. But there is another one to fight, so I will go take care of that and be right back. Okay, so for fighting that Fort Condor battle, you get 3 ethers. It'll tell you that it's giving you 3 tinctures, but tinctures aren't even a thing in this game. They were like less powerful potions in Final Fantasy VI, but there are no tinctures in this game. So anyways, 3 ethers, that's what you get. Now, do not move. As soon as you get put into this position where you're in the water, don't move from that position. Press square. The dolphin will come and boost you up. You'll miss. Then just tap up on the D-pad so that you're facing up. Press square again, and you'll make it. That's the easiest way of doing that. Otherwise, you'll be, jumping around for a while trying to figure out how to get up there. Freaking huge airship. That's actually one of my favorite airship designs in the series. I like Final Fantasy VI is the best, I think, but this one's pretty sweet too. But we won't be getting that airship for quite a while, so I like how it floats there in the background. Head over here and touch this thing. It kind of looks like a chest, but it's not. It just controls this platform. Oh, by the way, I forgot to show you guys this. While I was traveling in between Fort Condor and Junon, I actually unlocked the level 3 tier for Cloud for limit breaks. So go ahead and set that. If you want to use Fury on Cloud so you can start using it as often as possible, go for it, but I'm not that concerned. We still have a lot of game left to play, and we'll have plenty of time to unlock that last limit break. So for now, I'm not going to do that. And these guys are all freaking out. It's the big ceremony for the new president of Shinra. And this guy is asking us why we're slacking. But for the time being, maybe we have to do this. Okay, I'll do this real quick, then I'll save it. And we'll call the episode there. Get out of my freaking way. Okay, so just come to this locker and change into a Shinra uniform. There we go. He's carrying a helmet in his hand, but he's got one on his head. That's pretty weird. I wonder why they did that. He's supposed to be carrying a gun. Yeah, they're not carrying guns. What the freak? They're supposed to be holding guns. They have them holding helmets. Why? Why would they have done that? Okay, well, you're supposed to be spinning guns during this part. This is, I guess, a good reason not to do the graphics mod if you choose not to do it, because they're spinning helmets instead of guns, and that makes no sense. Okay, so what he's explaining here is that they're going to be marching, and you have to try and like join in the parade. You're basically going to try and march in line with the other soldiers in the parade, and try to, like, you know, sync up with them, basically. It's really hard to do. There are different prizes. There's going to be like a TV rating down in the corner, a percentage. And what you're supposed to do is, like, the better you march, the more in sync you march with the other soldiers, the higher the TV ratings go. And if you get the TV ratings above 50%, then you'll be sent 5,000 gil. That's supposed to be the best prize you get. If you get between, I think it's like 41 and 49%, do I get a chance to save? Good. You might want to save this right now, just in case you mess this up, so you can practice it a few times. But, I'm actually going to save it here. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and, yeah, I'm just going to carry on through Junon, I think, in this episode. I don't know, this might be a little bit longer episode, but let's just get through Junon. It's not that much longer. Actually, there is a little bit of exploration to do. So, yes. I'm going to stop here for now. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!